What the heck is Formula One?
Pole position, strategy,
Yachts and parties.
safety car, Ferrari.
Beautiful corners.
Oh, right, okay. There's a car in front of you. Try and overtake it.
Oh, I hate you so much. Hello, you fools. That was a little one for you.
Oh, so I like that. That's different.
Changing it up.
Well done.
That person you've just heard over there with the sexy Aussie accent is Skin.
Yep.
My name's Dave.
Yep.
Welcome. This is the calmest intro you're ever going to hear from me and Skin. And this is because this is driver number 10. And this is a driver who is known for not being calm. He's known for being passionate and loud and exciting.
Okay.
And I'm excited to talk about him.
Okay.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
good.
We are doing a 34 in 34 podcast challenge series thing at the moment. And this is episode 23, I think, of that 34 in 34. What that means is for 34 days before the World Championship gets underway in Melbourne for free practice, we will be releasing one episode per day from the 31st of Jan through to the 5th of March or 6th of March, whenever it is. This is we're well and truly midway through now. So if you have not listened to any of the previous ones and you want to learn about the teams, any other drivers, or you want to hear mine and Skin's opinions on this year's cars, then go back and listen to them eps. They're fucking amazing. We've recorded all of them. We don't know if people are enjoying them yet because they don't go live for another few days.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, they're in the bag. At this point, if people hate them at this point, we literally can't stop.
It is too late at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. So please go and listen and watch and enjoy them. And please tell us that they're at least good. Because I'll cry if they're bad. I'll retire. I'll put the mic down, which some people on TikTok have told me that I should do. Yeah, classic TikTok keyboard warriors. Anyway, so during this episode, we are going to be talking about the one, the only Fernando Alonso. Middle name Skin? We don't have one. No, that's not good. Well, we're still rolling there, so that is good. That is 14 minutes left, which is ironic because that's Fernando Alonso's number.
What? 14?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I'm guessing it was from his go-karting days.
Yeah, right.
That should have been something we did. I should have said what number they race with.
True.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Does it change much? Because old Lando's got number 1 now, doesn't he? Don't you get number 1 if you win?
You can choose to have number 1 if you win.
Ah.
And then Max had 33 before he won a championship, chose the number 1 for championship, and number 3 was Daniel Ricciardo, but he's officially retired his number, so number 3 became available, which is why Max couldn't get 3 before, so he went 33. So now Max will be racing under number 3 this year.
Okay.
But usually people choose their number based on what number they were assigned when they started go-karting. So Lewis is 44 because his first go-kart had 44 on it.
Okay.
So a lot of people choose it that way. Never used to be like this. Used to be the championship winner would get number 1, his teammate would get number 2, and then I think down in the constructors from there would be 3-4 would be one team, 4-5 would be another. And fun fact, there's actually only one number in all of the sport to be retired, and it's number 17. And that's Jules Bianchi's number.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Jules Bianchi raced with number 17. Big crash. Obviously passed away from his injuries and they retired the number in his honor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why did they not do that with other people? Before that, were they doing the...
Yeah, it was... Yeah, like Senna iconically drove with, I think, a number 7 when he first went to McLaren and then had number 1 or 2 on his car because usually they were championship winners quite a lot of the time. So yeah,
okay,
bit different back in the day. Like when you're assigned a number, it's a bit harder to retire it because the following season you could then have like 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It'd be a bit odd.
And then Danny Rick retiring number 3, is that like just when you retire, your number gets retired?
I think there's so many years because number 5 is now, I want to say Gabriele Bortoletto, used to be Sebastian Vettel.
Gotcha.
Sebastian Vettel had number 5. I think there's a time period, or I think it's if you don't renew your super license. Super license is the racing license you need to compete in Formula 1. So yeah.
Okay, there you go. Well, that's all very interesting, but it has nothing to do with Fernando Alonso.
It has nothing to do with Fernando Alonso, apart from the fact he is number 14. I don't have a middle name for Fernando. I'm sorry, Skin.
That's fine.
I'm going to go with probably Fernando David Alonso.
I'm sure it's something like that.
Yeah, sure it is. He is Spanish. He is also from Madrid, I want to say. Maybe not. Maybe Barcelona. But he's Spanish, and he's very, maybe Valencia. We used to race in Valencia for the European Grand Prix, and he was very passionate when he won that.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Fernando, I don't actually have his date of birth because ChatGPT.
Do you have anything about this man?
All right, well, fucking asking. Let me get his date of birth then.
Find out where he was born to.
Hey, guess what, bitch? I've got his fucking date of birth.
What do we got?
He is born on the 29th of July, 1981.
Holy.
He's 44 years old right now. He will turn 45 this year. He is from Oviedo, Spain.
Oviedo.
Yeah, which obviously, Skin, if you want to know where Oviedo, Spain is, it is in the Cantabrian Mountains.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, so, just obviously, you knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a full name? Nope. We don't have a full name. Oh, I'm sorry, Skin.
That's okay. I can forgive you for that.
Yeah. So teams that he's raced for, Fernando debuted with Minardi back in the day. Remember we spoke about them during the Racing Bulls Toro Rosso episode? I told you my dad had that great line.
Oh, yeah.
Where he came out with, Minardi are doing good. And I was like, Dad, it's Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. Like, come on. It's been 20 years.
Yeah, okay, right.
So, he raced for Minardi. He raced for Renault, where he got 2 back-to-back world championships in 2005, 2006.
They were with Renault.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Beat Schumacher. Oh, yeah.
How'd he do that? Had a fast car, I guess.
Yeah. Relentless driving and a very fast car.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. Go Fernando. Then went to race for McLaren for one season. We know what happened there. We spoke about that in the Lewis episode. Back to Renault for a stint before the Crashgate saga and a lot of drama there. Then went on to Ferrari, had quite a bit of success with Ferrari, competed against Sebastian Vettel and fell very short a couple of years in a row to get in the championship against Seb. So
fell very short or like narrowly short?
Sorry, narrowly short. Okay. Yeah. You knew what I meant.
Just fell short.
Yeah. I think he lost by like a handful of points in 2010, I think it was.
Okay.
And then, went to race for... was it after that? I can't remember if it was after Ferrari. He took a sabbatical, went and did... I'm pretty sure it was. Went and did like Le Mans and did IndyCar and things like that. And then came back with McLaren. It was the McLaren Honda era of the late 2010s, which went down the toilet. It was a terrible comeback. We had great radio messages like GP2 engine, which completely insulted the Honda power unit manufacturers from Japan. We just also had a lot of great lines from him, screaming, like literally screaming at the radio, and then people asking him what's wrong, and he's just like, everything. Like there's a lot of just that throughout the season with him at McLaren. We then saw him go back to Alpine, I think it was. I think he went to Alpine when they had rebranded from Renault, so I don't think he ever actually returned to Renault for a third time, but technically. So he went back to Alpine for literally, I think, one season before moving to Aston Martin, where he currently races.
Okay. So he's done a fair bit of moving around.
Yeah, so Minardi, Renault, McLaren, Renault, Ferrari, McLaren, Alpine, Aston.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a lot of moving.
That's a lot of moving.
Why?
This is kind of a meme of his career, is that it was always the wrong place at the wrong time. If he had gone to Ferrari if he had left Renault the first time and gone to Ferrari, he would have become world champion in 2007, could have competed in 2008 and 2009. But, he went a few years later and Ferrari were on a bit of a downward trajectory from their victory in 2007 and he just got there too late and didn't have any success with them. He went to McLaren the second time. Well, I mean, he went to Renault the second time as well before his Ferrari stint, with the hopes that, he's already got 2 back-to-back championships with them, with the hopes that they would return back to the top of the grid. But with the dramas of Crashgate, major sponsors like ING pulled out because the team principal of Renault literally was banned from the sport and was being criminally investigated for match fixing. And Fernando was the driver that had benefited from that. So, went sour. And then, his move back to McLaren the second time his move to McLaren the first time was overshadowed by rookie Lewis Hamilton coming in. No one could have predicted how fucking good he would have been. His move back to McLaren the second time was looking to be a partnership made in heaven. Fernando, Ron Dennis, Honda were back there. Flopped. So it's been a meme of his career that he always just is in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right. Okay.
He probably should be a multiple world champion with the skill he has. Like he should be a 3, 4, 5 time world champion with the skills he's got.
Yeah.
but he's always just fell short.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it seems hard to believe that he would win 2 world championships so early in his career, 2005, 2006, and then have such a long career that he's still driving in 2025, 26.
Yeah.
And he's still only got 2 world championships.
Yeah. This year is 20 years since he won his second world championship.
Yeah.
20 years on, he's still racing.
It's amazing.
Yeah. But that era, that 2005-6 era of Renault and Fernando is phenomenal. Go back and just watch some highlights. Like the car was on rails, it was planted, and Fernando was just so aggressive with his driving. But we also saw some really funny stuff of him, like doing silly dances when he got out of the car to celebrate, and passionate radios. And there's one where he got out of the car and he had long hair back in the day, and he was just like screaming like, ah! I think it was his 05 championship win was that one. But yeah, go back and have a look, and some of the fashion from back then, just iconic.
The fashion.
Yeah, like the yellow and blue Renault outfits that he would. I've told you, like our like Gold Coast marathon hat reminds me so much of that era. Every time I wear it, I feel like Fernando 05.
Okay.
So yeah, he's had 427 race starts. He's still in contention for a triple crown. Would be the only person in current day to get a triple crown, which is Monaco race win, Le Mans race win, and Indy 500. Indy. I can't remember which track it is, but Indy 500 win around that formidable track that I'm forgetting.
Okay. Wait, so this triple crown thing, you don't even need to win all the championships. You just win 3 races.
3 races, yeah.
And no one's done it.
No, a lot of people have done it back in the day, but no one on the grid at the moment has done it.
Okay.
Yeah. Hulkenberg won Le Mans, not Monaco. Obviously, he's not won a race. And I don't think has done the Indy 500.
Okay.
But Fernando is just missing the Indy 500. Who knows if he'll go try it. He's had 32 race wins within his career. Doesn't sound like a shit ton with the amount of time he's been in there. Just think early noughties, we had a lot less races. We would have probably 15 or less races in the early noughties. So when he was winning his championships, you needed to win 4 or 5 races a season and you could be champion kind of thing. So it was nowhere near as important back then. Obviously 2 world championships under his belt, and going into the 2026 season, he's still with Aston Martin.
Yep.
I don't really want to talk about Fernando's junior career so much because he's obviously a weapon.
Black and white TV.
Yeah. Good skin. Yeah, good.
Happy with that.
Yeah. I tried to come up with an internet joke, but that was better. That was better. I don't really want to talk about that too much because I want to talk about what he does. His passion for racing and his dedication to racing goes beyond Formula One. He has his very own go-karting and junior team where they're all like Fernando Alonso branded, and I think it's just called Team Fernando Alonso, where he's training juniors in Spain and trying to work them up the ranks and things like that. Obviously, he's got a management team underneath it that he doesn't do the day-to-day, but sure. He's very passionate about kids being able to have access to the sport and access to racing, and he's started his driving schools and things like that to be able to aid with a lot of that. He also has, which is my Fernando Alonso fun fact, I didn't know this until literally 3 seconds before we started recording. He has a museum based after himself, literally called like the Fernando Alonso Museum or something. So it's called, I'm not even going to fucking attempt that because that's probably in Spanish, but it's like you can go on, if you just search Fernando Alonso Museum, it is the Museum of Fernando Alonso.
Tell me you're joking.
No, like they have a website and everything.
And what, you just go in and see like fucking gloves he's worn or something?
Like the cars he's driven in, I guess. Look, Fernando Alonso Museum, more than 400 unique pieces belonging to Fernando Alonso's personal collection. So this isn't something that someone has done for him. This is something he has done himself.
I love the attitude. That's amazing.
Oh,
I have never thought I need, wow, that changes my life perspective. Because you know what bothers me? Is all this clutter around my house. I've got all this shit and I don't know what to do with it. Yeah. And it's like, do I throw it out or do I put it in storage? No, I need to open a museum.
Good. Yes.
People can come and look at my clutter.
You know what? I've got just like sitting around the house. I've got like 200 race helmets and like 20 or 30 cars just sat around my house.
We could be making money off this stuff.
Literally.
People would pay to come see our clutter.
Literally. Even like look, there's his IndyCar car that he lost in.
Not even the one he won it.
Wait, he didn't win the, he's not won the Indy 500. Is the Aston Martin, the McLaren, like.
Wow, there you go.
Everything.
That is amazing.
So if you are in
that is a fun fact.
Spain Go and fucking check this out. And please, if anyone out there has been to this museum, please let us know what it's like.
Surely someone has. If no one had been, they would have closed it down.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm more so saying that our Spanish following is not that great.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Like we've got a way bigger Australian and American following.
Oh, yeah,
so,
good point. But people be holidaying.
People do be holidaying, but I'm not sure. Skid, okay, let me ask you. Is
Mate,
the Fernando
top of my list? Now that I know about it, top of my list.
yours and Eloise's like honeymoon anniversary gift for this year is going to be
2-year anniversary. We are there.
We are there. We is going to be like, oh, I got a holiday to Spain, and you're going to be like, yep, Fernando Alonso
I know
Museum.
the place, darling. Don't you worry.
Oh, that is fantastic gear, Skin. That is so fucking good. Okay, do you now see why I didn't care about his junior career? Because, mainly he's had a phenomenal F1 career, which I want to talk about in a bit more depth, but also just the go-karting and the museum alone put this guy on the table as a legend.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. There you go. Doesn't he? You talked a bit about how he's got this racing coaching setup team that he owns where he brings sort of junior people up. He also has some sort of management agency, doesn't he?
Yes. I think that's kind of important. I think they kind of run hand in hand.
Right, okay.
So I think the long-term goal with that is that he would have his junior drivers and then they would go through into his management system.
Okay. Tell me about that. How is there not a conflict of interest where he is racing against kids that he manages?
Gabriel Bortoleto.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So he manages a bloke he races against.
Yeah. Massive conflict of interest.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't understand. Okay. I don't get it. I know that it just like Carlos Sainz, we spoke yesterday about that. Like I know that the management structure of Bortoleto is not just Fernando Alonso. It's not just Fernando going around shaking hands and signing contracts. There's a few more people, but he is a part of it from a guidance point of view with contracts and things like that. Look, sportsmen struggle to stay relevant and make money after they are sportsmen. And I mean, Formula One drivers don't need that much money. They get paid millions of dollars every year.
True.
He could retire and not do anything. But I think it's more just building a legacy and building something greater than him that even when he's passed in another 50, 60, 70 years, however long he's going to live, he'll still be racing then. But like even when he passes, I think he wants something more than just Formula One driver. I think he wants to be remembered for, being a real icon and a real leader in the sport from a driving, coaching, management, everything point of view.
Okay.
And hopefully his museum sits there for another 150 years.
Oath.
That would be amazing. But yeah, it's a massive conflict of interest. I think the really interesting thing for me about Fernando is that people speak so highly of his career. Like when you hear the likes of Martin Brundle and Ted Kravitz talk about him in 2023 when he was getting all them podiums, it's just like, of course Fernando's getting these podiums. Like even though he's old, he's still one of the best drivers on the grid. Like give him a good car, he'll potentially win the championship, which is what I'm sure Aston Martin are hoping for this year. But why does he get it? I even find this odd sometimes because I give him flowers like that. And when you read his stats, he doesn't have that many race wins. He's only got 2 world championships. There's just an aura about him and the way he races, which gives him that accolade and that title almost. And even now, like when we started talking about this, it's not until you look at it that you realize he's not achieved a fuck ton apart from longevity and a lot of iconic moments and like hard as fuck racing.
Right.
But it's stats wise on paper, Lewis will go down as a far better driver than Fernando Alonso. Yeah. Yet for me, Fernando would beat Lewis every day, hands down, in the same machinery.
Really?
Yeah. And I know what you're going to say. 2007. There's a lot of controversies about not having the same machinery and McLaren favouring Lewis and giving him new parts early and things like that. So, yeah. I'm talking stock cars.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, his stats were wonderful in 2005, 2006.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, phenomenal.
And then, yes, he's certainly got longevity on his side. But yeah, looking at the rest of his career, it's weird. It's weird coming, like being a new fan of Formula One and hearing people talk so positively about it. And you're like,
why?
Yeah. What happened in those last 20 years? Yeah.
Hasn't won a race since, it's got to be like 2014 since he's won a race in F1. It's it would have been a long time ago. Hasn't won a championship in 20 years. Like if he was to win a race this year, unbelievable feat at his age with so long in between. I think it would be the longest gap in history between race wins. And then if he won the championship this year, this is the thing, right? I want Williams to win this year, but like genuinely, I think I would be just as happy if Fernando won the Drivers' Championship. I'd be just as happy if Fernando won it than if Carlos or Alex won it. Okay. I want Williams to win the Constructors, but driver-wise, Alonso is the only person I would be just as happy, if not happier, than the Williams drivers.
Sure, okay. I can understand being happy about it, like from a reminiscing point of view sort of thing, but do you think it's like, obviously no one knows, like we have no idea who's going to have a fast car. Aston Martin might fucking be driving around in a Freddie Flintstone car for a minute, but like assuming they've got a competitive car, do you think it's possible for him at that age to...
I think it's more possible than Stroll.
Okay.
Like I think if they have the best car where they're able to finish, the car was able to finish 10 seconds ahead of everyone else on the field, I think Fernando's beating Stroll.
Sure.
So from that point of view, yes. I think if it was a championship fight against some of these younger kids, Lando, Oscar, Charles, the Williams boys, literally any of the young kids that are in or potentially in a competitive car over a season, question marks. That's when question marks starts to come in just because of his age and the youth. Like we saw last year, the relentlessness of Oscar and Lando and Max being able to go that entire season right down to the last race of just like non-stop, flat out racing. Whether Fernando has that or not, time will tell. Mm-hmm. I'd fucking love to see it.
Okay.
What a story that a 44-year-old guy wins a championship 20 years after his second one.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
I'd love it.
Yep, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
And then, so you talk about these iconic moments over the years that sort of make everyone think about him as this wonderful driver and he's this aggressive driver. Like, what are some of those moments that are so amazing that it sort of makes you
pinch yourself,
forget about the fact that he's not won anything in a long time?
Yeah, I mean, 2023 is the most recent thing. Like the fact he got so many podiums that year. Even Martin and Crofty, the Sky Sports commentators were questioning, how is this guy doing it? Like that car isn't the fastest car by any stretch, but he's putting it on the podium and he's holding up the likes of Lewis Hamilton and
in an Aston Martin.
In an Aston Martin, yeah. And just that is like you watch that season back and you'll see why, because the things he did in that Aston Martin that year was phenomenal. It was definitely the best Aston Martin they've ever had and deserved to be on the podiums, but to get that many podiums he was just a weapon. But then you can look back and look at his time at Ferrari. I remember like that was real crucial times for me watching Formula One. Like Seb's dominant era was the main. I got into Formula One around 07, 08 when Lewis first came in, and then 2009 really dragged me into it because Braun's story was just so good. My dad went to Silverstone that year, so like everyone in and around me everyone around me was just hyped on F1, and then that followed on through 2010 through to the Mercedes domination, and Fernando was at the top of the field through that whole period in Ferrari. And so go back and watch him at Monza winning for Ferrari and the passion that is on that podium from him, from the fans. Go back and watch some of his race starts from 2012, 13, 14. Like he could fucking qualify in P8 and then be P3 by turn one. Like his race starts were just in that V8 era before the V6s came, like right before the V6s came in, he just had something out. His reaction times were just next level, and his ability to control the clutch and the throttle to not have too much wheel spin and pass opponents off the start line was just unbelievable. His car control is just it like there's a few people I'll describe with car control like that, and it would be Fernando, Max, Senna, Lauda.
Okay.
But yeah, going into 26, Fernando is still with Aston. We've already spoken about that. He's team leader in that team, in my opinion, as in, I don't think Stroll comes close to natural ability. I think the team would probably, and the engineers are probably listening to Fernando more than they are Stroll, because Fernando has been through so many teams and so many different engines and eras and things like that, and has so much experience that you listen to them people more. Not to say that Stroll doesn't get listened to, but Fernando a lot more. This year is really just about, can they give him a car to compete, and can he compete consistently throughout the season? That's what we need to look out for with Fernando Alonso. If he can do that, they can. If both them two things can happen, there's a chance.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Exciting stuff.
Go Skin.
Come on, Fernando.
Well, thank you for watching, listening, whatever you are doing, this episode of Formula Fools. If you're enjoying this series, please let us know. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow us across social medias, drop us a DM, tell friends, tell family, share it on your social media, and let's just try and fucking push this pod into the stratosphere, because in 2 weeks' time, Melbourne is happening, and I, for one, would love to be there watching the cars go around live.
True.
So let's make it happen, everyone. It's your job, not ours. No,
it's selfish bastard.
It's our job. We're working very hard. Thank you for listening. We will see you tomorrow with, I want to say, Esteban Ocon.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like we are doing Esteban Ocon in the next few. Completely wrong, Nico Hülkenberg.
All right.
Esteban Ocon was 15th, so I'm quite far away.
So close.
So close.
See you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.